Cosmetic surgery is often shown as something glamorous, safe, and life-changing in a positive way. On social media, television, and magazine covers, we see perfect faces, smooth skin, slim waists, and full curves. These images silently send one message again and again: looking younger and more attractive means success, love, and happiness. For celebrities, especially black celebrities, this pressure is even stronger. They live under constant public judgment. Every wrinkle, every pound of weight gain, every change in appearance becomes a topic of discussion. Over time, many begin to feel that staying perfect is not a choice but a requirement. Cosmetic surgery then appears like a solution, a way to stay relevant, confident, and accepted. But behind the bright lights and promises, there is a reality that is rarely discussed. Cosmetic surgery is still surgery. It involves the body, anesthesia, healing, and risk. Fame does not protect anyone from complications. Money does not guarantee safety. And sadly, for some black celebrities, decisions made in hope and fear reportedly led to pain, regret, and tragic endings. One of the most well-known and heartbreaking cases is that of Donda West, a respected university professor and the mother of music artist Kanye West. Donda West was not someone chasing fame for herself. She was intelligent, well-educated, and deeply respected in academic circles. She dedicated much of her life to supporting her son and helping guide his career. In 2007, when she was 58 years old, Donda reportedly decided to undergo cosmetic surgery after experiencing weight gain. According to public reports, she wanted to feel confident again and appear healthy and vibrant while standing beside her son as his fame grew. She reportedly underwent multiple cosmetic procedures in one day, including liposuction and breast reduction. Medical experts often warn that combining multiple procedures increases physical stress on the body, especially for patients over 50. Although her surgeon reportedly advised her to stay overnight for monitoring, Donda chose to recover at home. Hours later, she experienced severe breathing problems. She was rushed to the hospital, but doctors were unable to save her. Medical examiners later stated that her death was caused by heart failure linked to underlying health conditions combined with post-surgical complications. Her death shocked the world and led to the creation of California's Donda West law, which now requires medical clearance before cosmetic surgery. What began as a personal decision reportedly changed medical laws and deeply affected her family forever. Another tragic story is that of Stella Obasanjo, the former First Lady of Nigeria. Stella Obasanjo was widely admired for her charity work, elegance, and strong public presence. Living under national and international attention, she reportedly felt pressure to maintain a youthful appearance. In 2005, at the age of 59, she traveled to Spain for cosmetic surgery. According to reports, she underwent liposuction at a private clinic. What was meant to be a routine procedure reportedly turned into a medical disaster. Medical records later indicated that during surgery, internal injuries occurred, leading to severe infection. She reportedly returned to her hotel after the procedure but soon became critically ill. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors declared her brain dead due to multiple organ failure caused by sepsis. Her death caused national mourning in Nigeria and raised serious questions about medical tourism, patient safety, and cosmetic surgery regulations abroad. The case reportedly led to international discussions about stricter oversight of cosmetic procedures, especially for patients traveling outside their home countries. These stories reveal an uncomfortable truth: cosmetic surgery is often marketed as quick and simple, but the human body does not always respond predictably. Many celebrities trust clinics because of reputation, location, or cost, believing they are in safe hands. But even in well-known facilities, complications can happen. Age, existing health conditions, recovery choices, and medical errors all play a role. For black celebrities, there is an added layer of pressure tied to racial beauty standards. Many grow up hearing that their natural features are too wide, too big, or not refined enough. Over time, these messages can damage self-image. Surgery then feels like a way to fit into a standard that was never designed for them in the first place. What begins as self-improvement can slowly turn into self-harm. The music industry, in particular, has a long history of placing extreme pressure on female artists to remain youthful and attractive. For many black women who rose to fame in the 1960s and 1970s, aging in public was not seen as graceful but as a threat to their careers. One such example is Mary Wells, the legendary Motown singer best known for her hit song, My Guy. Mary Wells was one of the most successful female artists of her era, admired for both her voice and beauty. However, as the years passed and the industry changed, she reportedly began to struggle with career opportunities and financial stability. According to public accounts, she became deeply insecure about her appearance, particularly her nose, which she believed hurt her chances of returning to the spotlight. In her 40s, she reportedly chose to undergo rhinoplasty. What was expected to be a simple cosmetic procedure reportedly led to severe complications. Medical reports suggest she suffered a serious reaction that caused infection and swelling, affecting her throat and breathing. Over time, her health declined, and she was later diagnosed with cancer. Mary Wells passed away in 1992 at the age of 49. While medical experts caution against directly blaming cosmetic surgery alone, her story is often discussed as a warning about health risks, especially when surgery is combined with other factors like smoking and weakened immunity. Another voice from the Motown era, Wanda Young of the Marvelettes, also faced long-term health struggles reportedly connected to cosmetic procedures. Wanda was celebrated worldwide for her role in the iconic song, Please Mr. Postman. As the spotlight faded and years passed, she reportedly began experiencing breathing problems. According to interviews and reports, she chose nasal surgery hoping to improve both her appearance and her breathing. Unfortunately, the results were not what she expected. Medical experts suggest that poor healing and long-term complications may have worsened her respiratory health. For many years, Wanda lived quietly, away from the stage she once loved. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, her already fragile respiratory system reportedly struggled to fight the virus. She passed away in 2021 at the age of 78. Her story reminds us that cosmetic surgery effects can last for decades, quietly affecting quality of life long after fame fades. The pressure to maintain beauty does not disappear with age, it often becomes stronger. Sarah Dash, a member of the legendary group LaBelle, remained active and admired well into her later years. Known for her powerful stage presence and confidence, Sarah reportedly felt the same fears many women feel about aging in entertainment. In her mid-70s, she reportedly underwent cosmetic procedures, including fat transfer. According to medical professionals, procedures like Brazilian butt lifts carry higher risks, particularly for older patients. Reports state that shortly after her surgery, Sarah experienced breathing problems and collapsed. Doctors later identified a pulmonary fat embolism, a rare but serious complication. She passed away in 2021. Her death reportedly reignited discussions within the medical community about age-related risks and stricter safety guidelines. These stories share a common thread: none of these women reportedly wanted perfection for vanity alone. They wanted confidence, dignity, and the ability to continue doing what they loved. The entertainment industry rarely allows black women to age naturally without criticism. When society punishes natural aging, surgery becomes a tempting escape. But the body keeps score. Cosmetic procedures can place enormous strain on the heart, lungs, and immune system. Recovery is not guaranteed. Complications are not always immediate. Some appear years later, silently affecting health. These women were icons, yet they were still human. Their stories serve as painful reminders that no level of fame removes biological limits. In the age of social media, the pressure surrounding appearance has become even more intense. Younger celebrities now face constant comparison, filtered images, and unrealistic body standards that reward extremes. One modern example often discussed is Dani Lee, a Brazilian singer whose sudden death shocked fans. According to reports, Dani underwent multiple cosmetic procedures, including liposuction and breast reduction, in an attempt to restore her body after childbirth. Medical professionals warn that combining surgeries increases risk, particularly when recovery time is shortened. During the procedure, Dani reportedly experienced a sudden medical emergency involving respiratory failure. Despite emergency efforts, she passed away during surgery. Her death reportedly led to investigations into clinic safety standards and renewed conversations about the dangers of quick-fix cosmetic culture. Another tragic modern story involves social media influencers, where beauty is not just personal, it is a brand. In some cases, models reportedly undergo repeated procedures to maintain exaggerated body shapes demanded by online fame. Medical experts warn that repeated fillers and implants can cause long-term infections, tissue damage, and immune system stress. When complications arise, they are often hidden behind filters and edited photos. The mental toll is just as damaging. Many individuals reportedly experience anxiety, body dysmorphia, and depression when results do not match expectations. Cosmetic surgery does not fix insecurity, it often magnifies it. What connects all these stories is not surgery alone, but pressure. Pressure to stay relevant. Pressure to look young. Pressure to meet standards created by industries that profit from insecurity. Black celebrities often face added racialized beauty expectations that push them further from accepting their natural features. Medical professionals repeatedly stress that cosmetic surgery should never be rushed, combined excessively, or used as a solution for emotional pain. Proper medical screening, honest consultations, and mental health evaluations are essential. Even then, risk can never be fully removed. These stories are not meant to scare, shame, or judge. They are meant to educate. Behind every headline is a human being who wanted to feel good, confident, and loved. Their tragedies remind us that beauty is not worth dying for. Health is not something that can be replaced. As society slowly begins to embrace natural aging and diverse beauty, the hope is that fewer people will feel forced to risk their lives to meet impossible standards. Let these stories serve as lessons written in pain, reminding us that the most powerful form of beauty is survival, self-acceptance, and truth. In the world of fame, beauty is often treated like a job requirement. Cameras are unforgiving, social media never forgets, and public opinion can be cruel. For many black celebrities, the pressure is even heavier. They are expected not only to look perfect, but to fight stereotypes, represent communities, and stay relevant in an industry that constantly replaces older faces with younger ones. Over time, this pressure can turn insecurity into obsession. Cosmetic surgery, which often begins as a small change, can slowly become a dangerous path when done for the wrong reasons or without proper care. The stories in this video are not meant to shame anyone. They are based on public interviews, statements, and media reports, and they serve as warnings about what can happen when beauty standards take control of a person's life. One of the most painful stories shared online in recent years came from Sanchoka, a social media personality from East Africa. After undergoing cosmetic procedures to enhance her body, she began experiencing constant pain that never went away. Walking became difficult. Sitting and even lying down offered no relief. Over time, painful lumps formed inside her body, forcing her to return to hospitals again and again. Doctors tried to remove the lumps, but the procedures only left her with deeper scars and more pain. In 2023, she finally spoke openly on social media, sharing her regret and warning others not to repeat her mistakes. She explained that in many African communities, women feel strong pressure to achieve perfect bodies, often without understanding the risks. Today, she still posts online, but her content has changed. Instead of focusing on appearance, she now talks about health, healing, and self-worth, encouraging people to love their natural bodies. Another well-known name often discussed in conversations about cosmetic surgery and health is Wendy Williams. For decades, Wendy was one of the most powerful voices in American television. Her talk show made headlines daily, and her bold personality set her apart. However, behind the scenes, Wendy struggled with insecurity, addiction, and health problems. In interviews, she admitted that early in her career she believed looking a certain way was necessary to stay successful. In the 1990s, she underwent body procedures hoping to feel more confident on camera. While she recovered physically at the time, the emotional need to fix her appearance never left. Years later, she continued using cosmetic treatments, including facial injections. According to Wendy and people close to her, her health slowly declined over time. By the early 2020s, her career paused, and she later revealed serious health challenges. While doctors have not officially blamed cosmetic surgery alone, Wendy herself has spoken about how years of stress, procedures, and medication affected her body and mind. Her story shows how fame, fear, and insecurity can slowly wear a person down. Michael Jackson's story is one of the most famous and heartbreaking examples of how image pressure can shape a life. Known around the world as the King of Pop, Michael achieved a level of success that few artists in history ever will. But from a young age, he faced harsh criticism about his appearance, especially from within his own family and the entertainment industry. Over time, this criticism deeply affected his self-image. After an early nose injury, Michael had surgery, which reportedly led to more changes over the years. Public records and interviews confirm that he underwent multiple cosmetic procedures. As time passed, his face changed dramatically, and his health became fragile. Michael also dealt with chronic pain and relied heavily on medications. In 2009, the world was shocked by his sudden death. While many factors played a role, his life remains a powerful example of how constant pressure to look perfect can lead to serious consequences. His legacy reminds us that even the most talented people are vulnerable to insecurity. La Toya Jackson, Michael's sister, also faced intense pressure to meet beauty standards. As a member of one of the most famous families in the world, she lived under constant public attention. In interviews, La Toya has spoken openly about her struggles with self-esteem and control in her personal life. Over time, she chose to undergo cosmetic procedures to change features she felt insecure about. Unfortunately, repeated surgeries altered her appearance in ways she later regretted. She has spoken publicly about how chasing an image she believed others wanted caused emotional pain and long-term anxiety. Her story shows how growing up in a controlling environment and public spotlight can push someone toward decisions they might not otherwise make. These early stories all point to the same truth: cosmetic surgery does not begin with a knife. It begins with words, expectations, and fear. When people are told repeatedly that they are not good enough as they are, changing the body can feel like the only solution. But as these lives show, the emotional cost can be just as heavy as the physical one. As Hollywood and reality television expanded in the 2000s and 2010s, beauty standards became even more extreme. High-definition cameras, social media filters, and constant comparison created a culture where aging felt like failure. Many black actresses and reality stars found themselves battling not only public criticism, but also internal fear of being replaced. Vivica A. Fox, a beloved actress from the 1990s, openly discussed this struggle. Known for her beauty and strong screen presence, she built a successful career in films and television. However, as she got older, she felt increasing pressure to maintain a youthful look. In interviews, Vivica admitted she experimented with cosmetic treatments hoping to stay competitive. Over time, the results did not match her expectations. Facial procedures limited her expressions, which made acting more difficult. Eventually, she acknowledged that she had gone too far and warned others about chasing youth at the cost of natural beauty. Reality television star Nene Leakes faced a different kind of pressure. As one of the most recognizable faces from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she became famous for her confidence and bold personality. However, fame also brought criticism. Online comments targeted her looks, and over time, she admitted that the negativity affected her deeply. Nene chose to undergo cosmetic procedures to change features she had once proudly embraced. When her appearance changed, public reaction was mixed, and some fans accused her of losing her identity. Nene later explained that her decisions came from fear of being judged and rejected. Her story highlights how even strong, confident personalities can be worn down by constant public scrutiny. Actress Countess Vaughn's experience shows how body shaming after pregnancy can push people toward risky choices. Known for her role on the sitcom Moesha, Countess became a familiar face on television at a young age. After having a child, she faced harsh comments about her weight. Wanting to regain confidence and continue her career, she underwent cosmetic surgery. Unfortunately, complications followed. In later interviews and reality shows, she revealed the physical pain and visible scars that remained. Her emotional breakdowns on camera were difficult to watch, as she described how a desire to feel accepted led to lifelong consequences. Singer K. Michelle's story is one of the most openly discussed warnings about unsafe cosmetic practices. At the height of her music career, she chose to receive illegal silicone injections in an attempt to achieve a certain body shape. Over time, the substances caused serious health problems, including infections and internal damage. K. Michelle has spoken honestly about nearly losing her life and needing multiple surgeries to remove the material. Today, she uses her platform to educate others, especially young women, about the dangers of unregulated cosmetic procedures. Her story proves that speaking out can turn pain into purpose. Lil Kim, a legendary figure in hip-hop, represents another side of this issue. Rising to fame in a male-dominated industry, she faced intense pressure about her looks. In interviews, Lil Kim has shared that abusive relationships and public criticism played a major role in her decision to alter her appearance. Over time, repeated procedures dramatically changed her face. Fans struggled to recognize her, and she later admitted feeling disconnected from her own identity. Her experience shows how emotional trauma can drive physical change, and how healing requires more than surgery. These stories reflect a pattern: insecurity often grows silently. What begins as a small adjustment can slowly become a cycle that is hard to stop. Without proper emotional support and safe medical guidance, cosmetic surgery can become a coping mechanism outside of Hollywood. Similar stories have emerged across Africa and international entertainment industries. Gambian-Ghanaian actress Princess Shingle became famous for her extremely small waist, which drew both admiration and concern. In pursuit of this look, she underwent serious medical procedures, including rib removal. Over time, her health declined, and she experienced organ-related complications. In emotional social media posts, Princess later warned her followers not to repeat her mistakes. She explained that the attention and praise were not worth the long-term damage to her body. Her honesty helped spark conversations about beauty standards in African media. Nollywood actress Tonto Dyke also spoke openly about her struggles. After experiencing body shaming and personal heartbreak, she turned to cosmetic surgery hoping to rebuild her confidence. While some procedures appeared successful at first, complications and emotional distress followed. In interviews, she described living with chronic pain and deep regret. Today, she uses her platform to advocate for self-love and responsible decision-making, reminding fans that healing starts from within. Reality television star Hazel E. shared one of the most shocking stories when she revealed complications from cosmetic surgery performed abroad. After developing a severe infection, she documented her experience online, showing the real dangers of choosing low-cost procedures without proper follow-up care. Her bravery in sharing such a painful experience helped educate thousands of people who might otherwise ignore the risks. Rapper Lil C's experience shows that men are not immune to these pressures. After personal loss and depression, he made a decision to alter his appearance through unsafe cosmetic methods. The results caused long-term damage and regret. In later interviews, he admitted that insecurity led him down a path he wishes he had never taken. His story challenges the idea that cosmetic surgery pressure only affects women. All of these stories point to a larger issue. Cosmetic surgery itself is not always dangerous when done responsibly, with proper medical care and healthy intentions. Many people undergo procedures safely and feel confident afterward. The danger arises when surgery is used to fix emotional wounds, silence insecurity, or meet unrealistic standards set by society. Fame can make these pressures louder, but everyday people face them too. The real lesson behind these stories is not about appearance. It is about self-worth. When people are taught that their value depends on how they look, they may risk everything trying to change themselves. These celebrities paid a high price, not because they were weak, but because they were human in an unforgiving system. As viewers, we must remember that behind every headline is a person. Behind every before and after photo is a story we do not fully see. If these stories teach us anything, it is that beauty should never come at the cost of health, peace, or identity. If these journeys moved you, take a moment to reflect. Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments, and remember, real beauty begins with accepting who you are, not trying to erase it. As these stories continue to surface, one truth becomes impossible to ignore: the problem is bigger than cosmetic surgery itself. It is rooted in how society treats beauty, aging, and self-worth, especially for Black celebrities. From an early age, many of these stars are praised for their looks before their talent. Over time, that praise turns into pressure. Every wrinkle becomes a threat. Every change in body shape becomes a headline. When the public starts comparing old photos to new ones, the fear of being judged can feel overwhelming. In this environment, cosmetic surgery is often presented as a solution, not a risk. Doctors promise improvement, fans demand perfection, and social media rewards appearance over authenticity. Slowly, the line between choice and pressure disappears. Social media has made this problem worse. Filters, editing apps, and fake perfection create unrealistic standards that even celebrities struggle to match. When stars see younger influencers gaining millions of followers for looking flawless, insecurity grows. Some celebrities have admitted that scrolling through comments and photos late at night pushed them toward surgery. Negative comments hurt more than praise heals. A single cruel sentence can stay in someone's mind for years. Many of the people mentioned in this video said they did not hate themselves at first. The hate grew after repeated criticism. Surgery became a way to silence that noise, but instead, it often made the noise louder. Another important issue is the lack of honest conversations about risks. Cosmetic surgery is often advertised as quick, safe, and life-changing. The painful recoveries, infections, long-term damage, and emotional toll are rarely discussed openly. Some celebrities trusted the wrong doctors or traveled abroad to save money, not fully understanding the dangers. Others were too embarrassed to speak up when something went wrong. By the time they shared their stories, the damage was already done. This silence has allowed misinformation to spread, making surgery seem easier and safer than it really is. Mental health also plays a major role. Many of these celebrities were dealing with trauma, abuse, loss, or depression before choosing surgery. Instead of receiving therapy or support, they tried to heal emotional wounds through physical change. But surgery cannot fix heartbreak, grief, or low self-esteem. In some cases, it made these feelings worse. When the mirror still showed insecurity after surgery, some people went back for more procedures, hoping the next one would finally bring peace. This cycle is dangerous and difficult to escape. It is also important to recognize how racial beauty standards affect decision-making. For generations, Black features were criticized or erased in mainstream media. Straight noses, lighter skin, and certain body shapes were praised as more acceptable. Although progress has been made, these old ideas still influence how people see themselves. Some celebrities later said they felt pressured to change features they were once proud of. The pain of feeling like your natural self is not good enough can leave deep emotional scars. Healing from that kind of pressure takes time, support, and self-acceptance. However, not all outcomes are hopeless. Some celebrities have found strength in sharing their experiences. By speaking openly, they have helped others avoid the same mistakes. Their honesty has sparked important conversations about beauty, safety, and self-love. Many now encourage fans to think carefully, research properly, and focus on mental health before making permanent decisions. Turning pain into purpose has allowed them to reclaim control over their stories. For viewers watching this video, these stories are not meant to scare, but to educate. Cosmetic surgery is a personal choice, and for some people, it can be positive when done safely and for the right reasons. But it should never be rushed, pressured, or used as a solution to emotional pain. Beauty should enhance life, not shorten it. Confidence should come from within, not from approval on a screen. The entertainment industry is slowly changing. More celebrities are embracing natural aging and speaking against unrealistic standards. Fans also have power. Choosing kindness over cruelty and understanding over judgment can help reduce the pressure that drives people toward harmful decisions. Every comment matters. Every shared post matters. Behind every public figure is a human being trying to survive in a demanding world. In the end, the most important lesson from these stories is simple: your worth is not measured by your appearance. Fame fades, trends change, and bodies evolve, but health and self-respect last longer than any temporary beauty ideal. These celebrities paid a high price learning that lesson. Their experiences serve as a reminder to choose health over approval, truth over illusion, and self-love over perfection.